In my younger days, I was a wrestler. I don't mean the fake stuff. I mean two people go in a circle, throw each other around, the real type. I was known as the submission technician. I wasn't strong, I wasn't quick, but I was clever. To understand Democrats, you have to understand what it's like to be pinned in front of a crowd. I can remember being a teenager, bridging up on the top of my head and wondering, when have I tried enough that I can give up and keep my head held high? I wasn't trying to win. I was working to not lose. And if I was losing, I wasn't trying to stop the losing. I was trying to lose with a better story. It took me years to break this habit. I can't tell you how many coaches have tried to explain this lesson to me, but I always shrugged it off. I'm not a very coachable person. Once I finally did understand this lesson, I can see it now in others so easily. And more than that, I don't trust people who don't understand the difference between striving to win and striving to lose with grace. See, Democrats, they are always running for election. So they're always in another election. Since there's always another election, there's never any battle to pick, but rather always battles to surrender with as much grace as possible. See, to them, it's not about winning, it's about expending as little effort and as little capital as possible in defeat. And then what happens after? Well, that's when the fake stuff comes in. See, I thought I was special when I was explaining that the filibuster was a reason for the Democrats' cave in, but the day after I made that post, I saw every news station basically lead with that as the excuse. Well, any that I see as credible. So, since we all see through it now, and since we all know the playbook, why are Democrats sticking with this lie? Schumer's no vote while orchestrating it doesn't make any sense since we all know he orchestrated it. Tim Kaine believing somehow this is a win and will lead to the ACA subsidies being expanded, even as Mike Johnson has said there's no way in hell it's coming to a vote for the Senate. Are these people fools? No, this is kayfabe. You never break kayfabe. Think of it this way. You're in a football game. You've called a play, and you see now the defense has a read on that play. Go birds! Presuming there's no time for an audible, what do? You still run the play as hard as you can. Dem tactics no longer work since we can all see through them, but that doesn't mean they have any intention of stopping. They have to run the play, even if it's doomed for failure, because doing anything else would be individuals trying to come up with a strategy on a whim, and you can't do that on the football field, never mind with senators. It's better to run a doomed play perfectly than to run a good play chaotically. Expect the kayfabe to continue, and it's not because you can educate them or because they want to educate you. It's because this is the kayfabe reality, and leaving it isn't an option for these people. If you want to understand someone, understand their desires. If you want to understand someone's next move, understand the kayfabe they created in order to obtain those desires.